Good evening. Good evening. We are here tonight
Evening.
to talk to the founder of Joy's Helping Hand. She's going to come in tonight to introduce us to her nonprofit foundation, what her nonprofit foundation stands for, what it means to her, and what are her plans for the future in her community in Dallas to make growth happen within this foundation to help those in her community. And this is her way to give back. So, Miss Joy, I welcome you here tonight.
Hi.
Tell me about your name, Joy. Where does that come from?
Ooh, so I am named after my grandmother. Her middle name is Joy. Joy means a lot to me. Um, it's like if I'm named after my grandmother, she's my everything. So
Okay,
just kind of
maybe
keeping the name going. Yeah, just kind of keeping the name going.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
They like names that, you know, kind of make people light up when you say it. So, we're here tonight to talk about your nonprofit foundation, Joy's Helping Hands. Can you tell me what inspired you to create Joy's Helping Hands Foundation and what personal experiences shape your mission?
Oh, so what? Girl, outdoor dashing. Outdoor dashing. In the smack of downtown Dallas, there is hundreds of homeless people. Um, you you'll be shocked of how many people walk past a homeless person and not help. Um, it's hot. This idea came in the dead middle of summer. It's hot. People are thirsty, people are hungry. Um, so it was just let me do something to help. It all started with feeding the homeless. That was just a random idea. I came out of pocket for that myself. I took no money and turned it into something huge. And in the middle of that, I'm like, okay, what else can I do? So it went from feeding the homeless to helping single parents to helping kids and so on and so on.
That's amazing. It's amazing what reality checks make the best build up of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for you to have like a moment to be able to reflect back on, I think that's very important because it's like when you're trying to build something, things can be hard. It's not easy.
Yeah.
We talk about, later on in the interview some of the challenges, but when you have that thing that you're able to look back on as to the reason why you started the mission anyways, it gives you something to fight for. That's amazing. Like, what is it? What is your core mission for a Joy's Helping Hand? When people think about your mission, what is it that you want them to know is at the core of what you're doing?
I would say the core mission is to be helpful. I don't want anybody to come to me and be ashamed or be scared. One of the things that I see a lot of nonprofits do is based off income. If you got $100 today, that shouldn't matter about tomorrow because you can lose that $100 between now and tomorrow. If you have $100,000 in the bank, and yes, that's your savings, but your day to day money, if you don't have any day to day money and you worried about how you're gonna feed the kids, if you worried about bills, I want somebody to be able to come and say, I can go to Joy's Helping Hands and they not care about my income. So I think that's the core mission.
Who are you looking to primarily serve, and what gaps in the community are you looking to fulfill?
I would just say number one, homeless people. They are the backbone and what started this. Single parents, men or women. So we're not just tailored to single moms. If you are a single dad and you have custody of your child, if your kids are with you, we will help you. Um, the youth primarily. I see a lot of, especially this generation. Um, Kids have nowhere to go. I want to be able to give them education, the
Mm-hmm.
proper education. I want to be able to, if they need counseling services, I want to be able to be there for them as well. I am working on getting licensed therapists to come help or come volunteer, to be on the team. That way, if, a kid is having trouble at home, the parent can bring them. So,
How is it that you want for Joy's helping hand to stand out from other nonprofit organizations? I know that you mentioned one thing already, and that was not being based on what your income
income.
is.
Yeah.
So there's something else that you want to
Yeah.
stand out about your foundation.
Oh, that's a good question. um, I want to be able to stand out in I same thing, the income. We're not biased. We don't
Mm-hmm.
care what zip code. We don't care what part of Dallas. We don't care, like we don't tailor to one specific group.
Mm-hmm.
Once I am able to get government funded, we we will pretty much tailor to any and everybody. If you're struggling, if you need help, we're not going to say no. We're not going to turn you around. We're not going to put in applications. We're not that type of organization. You email us, you let us know what exactly you're going through. Me and my donors, we go through the emails daily. So we'll look at the emails, respond back on what we can do. Let us know what you need, whether if it's groceries, hygiene, um, household necessities. We will get it for you.
What you're saying is some of the programs that you want to be able to offer multiple programs for
Mm-hmm.
sure for homeless people who may need food, who may you talked about the therapist, so maybe some therapy services, mental health services.
Mm-hmm.
So at least for that part, kind of catering in the physical realm, catering in the mental realm. What are some of other programs and initiatives that you want to incorporate in your foundation?
Tutoring, for the youth. I'm trying to provide 24/7 tutoring, to where if a child is at home and they're not able to come into the office, they dial a number, a tutor will pick up, and whatever. Pretty much want to. I'm trying to get it to be video. They read the tutor the problem. The tutor will help them. Um, I also want to get, um, if I can find a place big enough, I also want to be able to have the homeless to come in. We shelter them, we feed them, they shower, clean, they come and wash clothes. In the midst of everything going, we try to do education. Um, like I said, once I get government funded, I do at least want to give them $100 voucher. They could go eat, buy clothes, um, bus money, whatever that $100 voucher includes. That way they're stable. So we're not gonna turn you around. I also want to be able to provide speech therapy. A lot of Dallas people do have speech problems or speech impediment. For my autistic kids, my kids on the spectrum, we're also going to be providing a behavioral specialist for that as well. Speech
It definitely keeps your hands in a lot of different
everywhere.
places because the helping hand
Yes.
makes it what you're trying to create is kind of like a one-stop shop. Like you know that you can come here and even if we cannot physically provide these things for you, at bare minimum, we'll be able to provide you with the contact numbers for those resources or the
Mm-hmm.
next step in this. When we are reaching out, how can we get all the way to the core of how we started here so that it's not a repetitive thing? So if we are reaching out to the homelessness or we go all the way to the core of how you got here, because a lot of people that are homeless are mentally,
Mhm.
insane. So therefore, you'll have people, you're judging them, but you're not trying to do anything about the core. Like, I can go and I
Mhm.
can cook a hot meal and take it to you, and it fixes the problem for that moment. But being able to get down to the core of why you're out here homeless is more important than anything. So I think for the concept that you have is great if they are able to come in and not only be able to
Mhm.
get a meal, but like you said, possibly being able to be provided a voucher so I can also go get a hot shower or buy me, a new article of clothing. And then if I'm having a hard day, I can now come back and be able to talk to someone, or, start fixing the problems that got me here in the first place. So I definitely think that that is very great. So, do you have a moment or a challenge or anything in your life that you feel like made you realize that this is a very necessary um, foundation that needs to be built with urgency for your community?
A lot of people don't know I'm actually one of the homeless. I am in between homes right now. I actually lost my place last year due to an eviction. So I guess this is me. I
Mm-hmm.
am I'm the homeless. I'm the person with the mental illness. I'm the person, that has to ask for help. I'm the person who don't like asking for help because people look at you funny. People look at you sideways. Um, so I am the helping hand. And that's why I kind of want to extend everything that I can.
That's amazing. It reminds me, and I tell people um all the time something that my pastor said, and he used to say it all the time, and it just resonated with me from the first time he said it, and it kept just like always playing back in my head. But he would always tell us that when God blesses you, you reach
Mm-hmm.
me and you bless somebody else. So to be not only someone who's gone through and you're trying to help somebody going through, to be
Mm-hmm.
in it. And then also saying that although I'm in it, I still see the need to go out here and allow other people that's in it as well to know that you're not alone, that I
Yeah.
see you. And I don't see your situation, but I see you. And I know that there's all kind of things that could have led you to this moment, but we will get through it together. And
Mhm.
I feel like that is what separates and will separate your foundation from someone else, because it's easy. And the reason why I say this is because just imagine if somebody had access to unlimited money and they say,
Mhm.
okay, well, I'm gonna go out here and just feed some homeless people. But for them, you're just doing it because you have the resources. But for you, you're doing it because you know how it feels. It's more
Yeah.
than just this moment. You know that, you know, this is something that we have to wake up in and go to sleep in every day. And we don't have that certainty of when it may end, but yet I'm here as a bridge of hope. That's what it looks like
Mhm.
to me. Like, I'm the bridge of hope, saying, you know what, look, I'm in here with you together. We're in this together, and we're gonna get out of this together. So I definitely feel like that's a beautiful thing. What would you say? I definitely feel like the answer to this is gonna be the homelessness, but I'll let you answer it. What community issues are closest to your heart right now?
The homelessness. Also single parent. Like I said, I'm the single parent who has reached out to numerous agencies, and because I don't fit their criteria, I can't get help. Um, because I don't have the income, or because I can't go have um I can't get the help. You can't have, certain restrictions. Or they ask, I think one agency asked, well, what was the purpose of you leaving your job? Why does it matter? I need help. I can't pay rent. You know what I'm saying? So, on top of homelessness, it is helping the single parents.
I have a question of what does helping hands mean to you personally, but
Mm-hmm.
listening to that, um, does that make you feel in a place that's kind of like worse than where you started when you're saying that when you're reaching out for this help and you already feel like I'm already as low as I can go? And you're
Mm-hmm.
still trying to get me to prove why I should be good enough to be helped. Because that's almost what it sounds like when you said the word criteria. It's like, again, saying, I need you to prove to me why I should allow you to not be put out on the street. Because at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, it's cold out here. And despite anything, I don't have a heart to walk past somebody homeless and say that you deserve to be here. Well, you
Mm-hmm.
must have did something to get here. Well, you should have did something better not to be here because I teach my students all the time. Today we could be good. Tomorrow we could
Mm-hmm.
be bad. So anytime I see homeless people, I always just want to know like what is the root? What is the root? Sometimes I did a conversation Tuesday with a girl that was talking about running away. Whereas she's saying like I could have stayed home. I could have been in a safe place, but yet I always felt so crucified by my mother's words till I just ran. And
Mm-hmm.
although I knew it wasn't a better situation, I didn't have to face that. So you might have teens that we're walking, past on the street where they might have ran away because it was their only way of avoiding being sexually abused or being physically beaten or, being emotional turmoil. So when you think about it in that way, it needs to be some type of resources and help that does not have these statistics tied to it, these stigmas tied to it, these criteria tied to it. Because what if you are that last helping hand?
Mm-hmm.
What if you're that last helping hand and you were the difference in that person's life? So, um, Lee. So, what does that helping hands part mean to you personally?
What does it mean to me? Um, at the end of the day, it's always that one person. You can ask 100 people, but that 101 person, that last person is gonna be the last person that help you. So when it's helping hands involved, that's the person that's gonna make sure you good. That's gonna make sure that person is gonna make sure that you're clothed, you're fed, you got a roof over your head. That's the person that's gonna provide support. Don't worry about it. I got it. You stay here as long as you want. That's the person that's the helping hand. That's the helping hand that we need in our lives.
If someone could only understand one thing about your foundation, what would it be?
Oh, um, that's a good question. I want to say we're we're reliable. I need that person to understand. Out of all the nonprofits out there, Joy's Helping Hands is the one that's going to be reliable.
I like that. And that's good. And that will take it a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in your truth, like even when it is, hard and there's obstacles, and I was gonna ask
Mm-hmm.
you about obstacles, but just knowing that like even when it's rough, I got you. And I think that that will be seen because you're already trying to start it when you're already in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people say, "Oh, well, I'm gonna do something when I get it, when it gets better.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But you're like right here saying, I ain't got it all together, but I'm gonna go out here and tell my people that we got it. And whatever I have, you have it too. What obstacles have you faced thus far from, seeing that, hey, this is a need in the community to now? What obstacles do you feel like you face building your nonprofit?
Getting all the paperwork. Because I could have been government funded 4 months ago, but somebody was like, you're starting out small, you're not going to get the help. People are not going to support you because you're in the same situation. You don't have it all. Um, my 501c3, which basically makes me tax exempt. So if you wanted to donate $5,000, you won't be able to write that off. It's just given and you'll lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's something that I'm currently facing right now is getting my 501c3. Um, Also, as well as having the money to do everything. Looking for volunteers, looking for donors. I wanted to do a Feed the Homeless event, my second Feed the Homeless event, but again, I'm the one that's coming out of pocket, which is all fine and dandy because it's my nonprofit. But when you're asking for volunteers and when you're asking for support, people look at you like, I'm not doing that, but then go support somebody else that's doing less, not something not for the community. Um, I can only do so much as one person.
You don't want to overwhelm yourself because it's
Mm-hmm.
really so big and you know the urgency of it, because you don't want to get to the burnout before you get to the blow up. Tell me what's been your proudest moment.
Becoming official.
I like that.
um, Becoming official, doing all the right paperwork. I think the last thing now is the 501c3, and I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but other than that, becoming official, finally getting my business cards. I've been working on these business cards for like 2 months. And my most proudest moment when the day comes would be the charity ball.
With that coming up, what are some things that you feel like some of the local businesses and volunteers or donors of the sorts can do to help you in your nonprofit organization as well as the charity ball that you're trying to host in 2026?
So donors and sponsors. I do have a sponsorship packet. If they do want to sponsor, I do have a sponsorship packet, and there is levels to it. Well, tiers. Let me call it tiers. There is tiers to it. So they would pick what tier that they want to be in, and they will go from there. With the donors, they are feel free to donate anything. So it could be $1 to $100,000.
Mhm.
It's all up to that donor. Um, but mostly, I mean, they with the charity ball coming up, to my sponsors, they do get a VIP table. They do get their logo and their business name on the program.
Mhm.
They, if they want to speak at the event, they can.
Tell me what your vision is for this charity ball, and what is your hopes of what will become after it.
Oh, that's a good one. So I think, well, not I think, but I know for sure. I do want this charity ball to be more about the community than me.
Mhm.
Um, I want it to be where people come together, people talk about their ideas. If people want to collab on something, I'm open to it. I'm not turning down anybody because I really need the help right now. Um, I don't want to I don't want to make it seem like we're just doing this just to do this. There is a mission behind it. There is a commitment behind it.
Mhm.
I do want people to say, okay, you know, she did what she did, and there's a vision for it, and I can see that, and I want that sponsor to tell the next person, and that person to tell the next person, and so on, so on.
Do you have a plan already, a specific plan as to what the proceeds from the charity ball are going to go to? And
Mm-hmm.
also, do you have a goal in mind of how much you would like to raise?
I would like to raise 50,000,
Mhm.
and the proceeds donations will go to each individual category. So if you want to donate 500 to the homeless, that includes meals and hygiene kits. If you want to donate 100,000 to the youth, that's um, Chromebooks, that's getting that tutor to come in, that's getting tables, you know, when they come into the building, you know, we have their own little table, their own little sections set up. If you want to donate 200, I'm just throwing out numbers, but if you want to donate 200,000 towards single parents, that includes their groceries, their necessities, you know, their personal things. 300,000 for the homeless, that goes towards their vouchers. So it's levels and categories. Well, not levels, but it's categories to what each person want to donate to.
People who want to sponsor or donate,
Mm-hmm.
they'll be able to go to a particular space to see
Mm-hmm.
what each category say. Like if I go choose homelessness, it'll show me what the different things that are going to be donated towards homelessness, feeding them,
Mm-hmm.
clothing them, providing the therapy care and things like that is what you're saying.
Yes,
What experience do you want them to leave with?
that's a good question. um, I want them to have a good time. I want them. I guess the takeaway would be this foundation is like no other foundation. We're not saying no, and we're not turning anybody around. That is one lesson I do want people to leave with. There is no tax bracket. There is no how much money you make. Again, if you need the help, we're gonna provide the help. Um, Single parents, homeless people, youth. You could be a troubled youth.
Mm.
My kids that's on the spectrum, runaways. I want to be able to provide a lot for my city. And I feel
Mm.
like Joy's Helping Hands will be the that agency, that foundation, that nonprofit that can do it.
How would you describe your leadership style as a CEO and founder of Joy's Helping Hand?
Ooh, my leadership style. I don't really I don't have an assistant. So it's me. Um I'm the person that you would call. I'm the person you don't have to get to six different people. This is me. I do have boards of directors, but it's me. This I'm Joy. I'm the helping, but you don't have to reach anybody. You're gonna reach me. You're gonna get the CEO. You're gonna get the founder. I'm the one that you will be directly contacting.
I think it's more so like saying I am the business.
Yeah.
Middleman's Joy's Helping Hands is Joy's actual
Yeah.
helping hands. So I like that you said like me, I'm here. Like
Yeah, like it's me.
it actually speaks to being the bridge of hope because you're saying like I am going to be the one that takes your hand and actually leads you over the bridge. I'm not gonna send my
Mhm.
assistant. I'm not gonna send the 13th person that I didn't had to hire. Like it's going to be me. Now they might be
Mhm.
with me, but it's going to be me. And it doesn't even have to necessarily, as you grow, be you in the physical. But what I say about that, everybody that stands with you should represent you the same way you
Hmm.
represent your foundation. Tell me some values that guide your decision and the direction of your foundation.
Um, I want to say empathy,
Mm,
consistency, service guidance, um, and the integrity. Yeah.
okay. Now, those are some
Yeah.
very, very bold words to stand on. And then they're those like headliner words that say, okay, I want to come over here and try this out.
Yeah.
Those things look good that she's offering over there. Tell me how they can go about getting involved and what kind of partnerships are you looking to build in this upcoming year with those people?
Like I said, it would be through um me sending out the sponsorship packet and they pick how they want to sponsor, donations, volunteers. I'm big on looking for volunteers and I am very big on looking for sponsors. The sponsorship packet that I put together is top tier. So you won't be everything that we do, everything, will have your name on it, your business name. If you're a CEO of Kroger and you want to sponsor, you're going to be mentioned. It's not just a one time thing. We're 24/7.
Mhm.
The number that's on everything flyers, my business card, that is my personal number. That is my direct number.
Mhm.
Email, social media, it's me. I am the person that is behind everything.
Mhm.
So if you call me at 4 a.m. and you and your kids have nowhere to go, my building, give me a minute, meet me at my building, I will be there. And we could try to figure out some things. If you hungry, I'm there with whatever you need. If your kids like hot dogs, we getting hot dogs. There is no picky. There's nothing. Um, I do want to be able to say, however, if it's a dire need of an emergency, try firsthand first. If you tried under one roof, there's an agency here in Dallas and they're not able to help you, then come to me because I will be able to give you everything that you need. I want to be the person that they call when they can't do anything else. So I am full time. It's 24/7. You call me. If you're not able to get me, text me. And I'm there.
Whether I'm your last call or your first call, I'm there. Those that may want to go ahead and get on board can go ahead and start following your mission right now. As far as if you wanted to have another Feed the Homeless event, what are some things that you would need to be able to get that off the ground? Like how many volunteers would you think you would need to
Mhm.
make this a successful event?
Oh, um, a lot of people, and I'm saying a lot because there is no number. Um, if somebody wants to volunteer, they are more than welcome to, like I said, call me, email me. Um, my next a Father's Day event where um, single parents come out, single fathers come out that have their kids. And
Mhm.
we do a barbecue for them. They give gift baskets, haircuts,
Mhm.
things like that. Um, and then it will be the back to school event. So I'm
Mhm.
looking for DJs. I'm looking for barbershops. Anybody that can put a gift basket together. I'm looking for them. Um, Anybody that can barbecue for thousands of single fathers.
The thing that just keep going through my head that he keeps
Mm-hmm.
telling me to tell you is find your people. And again, for what you're trying to do, it's going to be people who just completely have an open heart to give.
Mhm.
No expectations of anything in return, with no judgment on how you got here. So, okay, you want my
Mhm.
$20? Well, you got to spend the next 2 hours telling me all the things that you could have did that you didn't do. The reason why I need to give
Mhm.
you, and that's a very heartbreaking place to be, because sometimes people are very well aware that it is something that I did that I could have did better that got me here, but right now, I'm so beat down. I just literally just need a helping hand. I just don't want to sleep in 30-degree weather tonight. I just don't want
Uh,
to have my stomach talk louder than my, you know what I'm saying, my thoughts tonight. I don't want to be able to watch my children cry because I have nothing to give them of necessities. Your charity ball, when are you planning on having that?
So the charity ball is March 20th. It is at 8 o'clock. The doors do open up at 7:30, and it is ticket based. Um, I do want to say I do not get the money for it, even though you pay for the ticket on Eventbrite. I personally don't get the money. It goes directly straight to my foundation. So the tickets are $30 for general admission, 40 for VIP, and I do have a donation tab to where if you can't make it or if you just don't want to show up, you are more than welcome to donate. I think the minimum that you can donate is $5. That's the least that you can donate.
Okay. So is that already up and running for people to start purchasing tickets and donating towards the charity ball already?
It is, yes. I just haven't posted it yet, but yes, it is already. And also, GoFundMe is up. Yeah, GoFundMe is up.
Okay. Okay. So GoFundMe, you can donate through GoFundMe,
Mm-hmm.
as well as the tickets will be available on Eventbrite. If you cannot make it, then you can also submit your donations. Um, Joy is looking for those who are willing to come in and not even just be a one-time person, a part of her foundation that she's building, but be a part of the foundation that she's building. And that's very important. It's very needed in the community, whether it is providing support emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. It is a great need for it. And so I think to be able again to find your people in all those different areas, whether it's a therapist, whether it's somebody, I mean, it could be if you are a caterer out there and you just like to make
I need it.
like she needs you. Anybody who's willing to, give those free haircuts, provide maybe
Mhm.
transportation for a single mom who needs something, bring your clothes that you no longer wear, and donate those because it's always a need. And I think that we need to stop waiting until it's too late to start stepping up to do what's needed right now. Joy, before we close, tell
Mhm.
me, what do you see for your foundation from here to, let's say, 5 years from now? How do you envision the impact of your foundation in your community?
Oh, um, I where do I see this in 5 years? In a bigger office, um, my own building. Um, I want to be known, and when I say known, I don't want to be popular known. I don't want to be Facebook known. I want to be known to where if you see somebody out on the street and you be like, look, I can't help, but I know somebody that can, and she is very good at what she does. That's how known I want to be. Um, I'm not the type to base everything off popularity because that's how everything is nowadays. You have to be popular to
Yeah.
for people to come support you. You have to be known for people to do this for you. That's not what I want my foundation to be. I'm a nobody here in Dallas, Texas, and this nobody is overcoming everything. from homelessness. I'm a single parent. I'm overcoming that. Um, Jobless, overcoming that. So, for this somebody to make a difference, I want to be able to make a difference in Dallas, Texas. We are
Mhm.
not turning around people based off income. We're not turning around people based off zip code. We're not turning around people because we can't help. We're going to figure out how to help you and we're going to get through this together. That's where I see this foundation in 5 years. You will, if you in 2030, in 2030, if you call me, I will be the person to pick up the phone. The legacy I want to leave behind. I want to know people that I want to let people know that I was here through their storm. I want them to know that if anything, even if I'm not here, my kids are gonna run this business and it will not change. We're sticking to the same thing. Um, that's the type of legacy I want to leave behind. Is
Okay.
we're gonna always be here.
Well, I am wishing you all the success on your
Thank you.
foundation. Again, I say just stay the course. Go ahead and put into your mind that it's not going to be easy, so that when it is, it feels peaceful and you're not
Mhm.
overwhelmed when it's hard because challenges will come because you're building. It's just like when you're building a house and you think you got everything
Mhm.
leveled out and then something come up. You think the cement dry and then somebody go step in and it's still wet. So don't be frustrated by the process, but definitely be proud to again, I think for me, interviewing you and just knowing that again, you're trying to start this while you're still in it. It speaks volumes, to be honest. It's like facing the fact that this is not easy. And I know it's not
Mhm.
easy because I'm in it, but I know I can come out of it. And I'm going to tell my people that are in it with me that we got this, whether it's single mothers, whether it's homeless people, whether it's the children that thinks that they don't have anybody to have their back, whether it's the person who's been wondering where their next meal gonna come from. If it's just a mirror, I wish I had a blanket, I wish I had a coat. You're saying I want to be the outsource for those people. I want to be the one call that's all for those people. And so you're just reaching out saying that, hey, I want to be the Home Depot for these people. And whatever you
Mhm.
have to come in and make the depot better, then that's what I'm asking of you as a donor, as someone who's willing to come in and help me sponsor, whatever the case may be. Because I definitely feel like, it's a great avenue and this is needed everywhere. Keep going. It's all gonna come to pass. You see that heart in the middle of your helping hands? That's all you gotta do. Go in it with your whole heart. You know what I'm saying? Go in it with your whole heart with an open mind. And I think that everything that you want to manifest for your nonprofit, it is going to happen.
Yes.
And the people that are meant to be a part of it, they are going to come. But you want the people that are truly there with the heart for it. And I'm proud of you.
Thank
And
you.
I seen you made a post that you just need somebody to believe in you. I believe in you. I
Thank
believe in you.
you.
I believe in what you could do. So promote it. Even when it looks like nobody's looking, you don't know. It might just be that one person that sees
One
it.
person.
Good hands.
Yeah. Thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome, honey.
Bye.